All right, welcome back. This next subject, it's a difficult one for us here at the Cow Guy Close. Other than working closely with each other on this show, the news director, Ashley Pitzel, and I also share a rather difficult life circumstance. You see, our dad was a vibrant nuclear engineer. My dad was a brilliant financial trader, but they were both cut down in the primes of their careers by Alzheimer's. Those stories on their own are tragic. But if what RFK Jr. had to say yesterday is true, and it was his congressional testimony, by the way, Alzheimer's would be solved by now if it wasn't for outright corruption at the top of the NIH. Now, he says that for 20 years, the only hypothesis entertained by the NIH for the cause of Alzheimer's was amyloid plaque. All other hypotheses were shot down. Now, he says it was purely about corruption. Now, I'd be lying if I said that this story doesn't hurt. But I'd like to get the views of my esteemed guest. Thank you very much for showing up on the show here. Dr. Carol Swain. Doctor, it's tough for me and it's tough for Ashley to hear that the National Institute of Health, NIH, has been playing, I don't know if it's politics, but it's definitely corruption. And we could have had something solved that both Ashley's father was passed away from and so did mine.
Well, it doesn't surprise me because Big Pharma has corrupted healthcare in America. And there are people that contend that there are cures for other diseases as well that have been suppressed in the U.S., treatments that you can get in other countries where they seem more concerned about their citizens' health.
And it's more and more common nowadays as we've seen these baby boomers kind of age through society. And it's something that more and more of Americans get touched by. And I'm not a doctor, but I have seen my father go through the Alzheimer's stages. I think Ashley would agree with me. She's seen her father go through the stages of Alzheimer's. I can tell if somebody's got Alzheimer's just by the stages and the way they look, the way they walk, that blank stare. And it just pains me to think that a lot of this could have been solved if it wasn't for corruption. And the reason I say that is it's almost like this illegal immigrant issue, right? Had the illegal immigrant not been here and driven drunk and killed your child, then the child would not be dead. I feel like that same feeling with this NIH and the corruption when it comes to Alzheimer's.
Well, we can applaud Robert Kennedy Jr. because he is doing something that I don't believe anyone else in America has the knowledge and the passion to do. And I think that for too long, there's been corruption at NIH and some of the other agencies because the people that work for us that are paid high dollars also have patents, and they push certain medications that benefit them personally. And so with COVID, we know that the vaccines, that many of the people making the decisions about pushing the vaccines also had a patent that they were being paid. They were double dipping.
That smells, if you ask me. I don't like that. And so I'll kind of wrap it all up with this. One thing I think is different about this administration than any other administration, and you mentioned that like what RFK Jr. is trying to do, no one else has really tried to do it. Same with the president, Donald Trump. And both of those guys, you could both say that the things that they're trying to tackle, anybody else ahead of them could have tried to tackle it, but they chose not to. They made a choice not to, number one. And what they're trying to do is something good for the entire country, not just their side of the aisle.
Well, Scott, even look at Elon. It's like it's the right people at the right time, and they're uniquely qualified to do what they're doing. In a spiritual sense, it's almost like a calling. Not anyone and everyone would have the passion to do what these people have tried to do and are trying to do.
And so if you go look up and down the roster, if it's a team, right, and you compare this year's roster to the last administration's roster, I mean, it's almost laughable. They think you've got Pete Hegseth against, say, Lloyd Austin. You go up all the way up and down. You got Rubio. We got our whole team. I think is fantastic. And again, it's almost like they're heaven sent to do something that is really going to be very difficult, but they're the right people to do it.
Yes, and we're watching it play out that no good deed goes unpunished.
Exactly right. I don't know how you can be against a lot of the things that they're trying to do, but somehow everybody's got their point of view, and they don't like. I mean, I'll never understand why they want to kick Elon Musk out of the country, but they want that Mahmoud Khalil guy to stay. I don't understand that at all whatsoever. I mean, look at all the good that Elon's done. I wanted to get one other thing in before you go. You've got a new, about a nonprofit conference coming up. We were just talking about that.
Yes, I have a conference on May 30th and 31st, the American Dream Conference. The theme is revival. It's in Nashville at Richland Country Club. but people from all around the country can come. And Dr. Ben Carson is the keynote. We have Brad Stein, the comedian, entertaining, as well as others. And the second day of the conference is educational. We have a panel on progressive Christianity, Gen Z, as well as community and family. How to restore America.
Awesome.
It's the American Dream Revival Conference.
Okay, that sounds fantastic. Stay right there. We're going to finish up the show, but I appreciate you coming in. I'm a huge fan of yours, and I'm a huge fan of Ben Carson, too, so that should be good.
Thank you.
All right, stay right there. I want to take a look at one final look.